Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game My Dear Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Pitch for Switch video. And this I'm going to be talking about Sunset Overdrive for the Switch. And I know for a lot of people this might sound like an odd choice. And yes, it has been a while since I've done one of these, so you're probably thinking I'm a bit loopy, but take this into consideration. We are getting a Saints Row game on the Switch, which I did a video for last year and would not have expected it to actually happen, but it's happening. And I know it couldn't have taken them a whole lot of time to port that game over, because there's no way it took them an extreme amount of time. The game was already produced, and there are tools and resources out there to make it easy to port to the Switch, as it has already been stated multiple times. Now, why am I looking at Sunset Overdrive? Well, I'll give you a reason. Like, yes, Sunset Overdrive is a Xbox One exclusive game currently, but Microsoft does not own the IP. Now, they may have a special deal in place where the first game is only available on the Xbox One, but somehow I'm doubting that. I'm doubting that it's just, well, this game can't be put anywhere else. And I know Insomniac made sure that they would retain the rights to this IP. They kind of put it out there as one of the major factors for them developing this game, that they had to retain the rights to the IP. And Microsoft was the company with the money at the time where, yeah, they could pay for the game and not have to worry about owning it. So this does bring into question the possibility for making the game for the Switch, importing it over to the Switch, and if not porting the first game, making the sequel for the Switch, where they can use the gyro and motion controls of the Joy-Cons and the Pro Controller, as well as the touchscreen controls on the tablet in handheld mode, or in tabletop mode, any mode that isn't locked to a television. And the fact that the game, like the game world for Sunset Overdrive, is colorful, it's vibrant, it's basically a living, breathing thing when you're playing it. And a lot of Nintendo games, or games that become popular on Nintendo platforms, share those same traits. Like, honestly, when Sunset Overdrive was announced and I got to see that game, and like even playing it on my own Xbox One, and I looked at it, I'm like, this game really is more Nintendo than it is Microsoft. And it's just unfortunate that for Nintendo that they didn't get it, because I think if that game was on the Wii U, it would have sold way better than it did on the Xbox One. Like, I'm not BSing anyone. I really believe that it was sold way better on the Wii U than it did on the Xbox One. And on top of that, it could have taken advantage of the features of the Wii U at the time. But since the Wii U isn't the prominent platform for Nintendo anymore, and the Switch is, porting the game over to the Switch, or even making a Switch version of a game in the series as a sequel on the Switch, I think would be a good idea. And honestly, I think the only reason this game is still exclusive to the Xbox One is that there may be a deal in place that keeps it exclusive to the Xbox One until the successor comes out. Kind of like how I feel like Lego City Undercover was for the Wii U. That game was on the Wii U exclusively until the Switch was coming out. That's why there were announcements for it for when the Switch was coming out and everything. And that's how it ended up multi-platform. And I think that's actually the same type of deal that's in place with Sunset Overdrive. And I would personally love to see it end up on a Nintendo Switch, because I think it would actually be far more appreciated with the Nintendo crowd than it was with the Microsoft crowd. It just didn't fit with, even though it was a shooter, it didn't fit the styling that many shooters that do successful on the Xbox platform are. It just didn't fit with the same styling. So that's my reasoning for it. That's my whole thought to this, my whole suggestion of this. Because I know Insomniac could do some amazing stuff with the Switch if you give them the time to do it. And since they still own and retain the rights to the IP, again, I don't see a problem with it. I think it would be a wonderful idea for them to port it over to the Switch if they can. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out.